I think we might have just been screwed by VAR. Hi guys, and welcome back to Liverpool. If you've been enjoying the series, of course, drop a like. That would be most spectacular. Today, we've got some FA Cup action, some Premier League action, as our lead to the top has been somewhat stymied. And I'm a little bit worried about that, if I'm honest with you. But, on the plus side, Jordan Henderson is somewhat close to returning to first team action. He's out for 3 to 7 days from this point onwards. Also, notably, 26% decrease in injuries this season, which is very, very good for my money. And despite some of the injuries costing us at times, I think it's been pretty solid. That said, I just noticed, and I didn't even realise I'd done this, that we'd sent Jordan Henderson to a specialist for his broken toe. I want to be a specialist in specifically broken toes. The amount we had to pay that guy, that sounds like a lucrative industry that I'm just simply not aware of. I want to be a toe doctor, damn it. Today we have FA Cup away at Burnley. We'd expect to get through, get to that quarter-final, hopefully grab ourselves a plum draw to get us into that semi so we can keep on ploughing in the cup this season. Obviously, we've got Atalanta as well, which should be a nice, cushy result. We can actually rest players for a few of these games, which is quite a comfortable position to be in for once. Now, trivia time. I know, everyone's favourite part. We also play against Wolves, who we had a bit of a poor record against earlier in this season. So, trivia today concerns them. And that question is, this is maybe slightly more of a tough one. Which team did Wolves play against in 1993 to sort of mark the opening of their brand new stadium, obviously at the time, New Molineux? So yeah, who did they play against in the game to mark the opening of Molineux? Find out later in the video. I think there has to be room for some rotation here, and to be fair, it's going to be foisted upon us anyway, so I don't really see a big deal about that. We were going to have to do this regardless, because again, the fixtures are coming thick and fast once more. Oh, no. Like, if we're going to play Van Dijk, then the Konate is actually in a better state than he is. If anything, I'd rather play maybe even Joe Gomez and Konate together for today's game. Cuadrado to right back is an easy choice, just because of Trent is not going to play in the midfield either. I'll have Keita play there. Thiago can come in, maybe it'll shut him up. I think, obviously, we won't do that, we'll do that. Just go to basically our standard backup lineup, really, which is still a strong team, but we could even put Shimikas in. I'm not opposed to doing that, to be fair. It would allow us to essentially rest our entire first team squad out. And honestly, I think this team is good enough to give Burnley a game. I want to make sure that we can bring these guys on should we be in trouble. It's essentially a calculated risk we're taking right now. Didn't realise that Burnley had Callum Chambers. That might be not a real transfer. I get the feeling that no matter who we'd play, if we were to get through this round, would probably be quite a tough tie. But just getting there is the most important thing. And doing it with the least amount of damage to squad fitness, I think, is also quite important. Well, it seems Gomez has got off to a decent start for us here. We just want to make sure that we get an early goal. Curtis Jones is into the box already. There's options. Can he pull it back across for someone? It's Jota! And it's a good save from Nick Pope, but really impressive start from us. It's just occurred to me. There was me going, oh, look, they've got Callum Chambers. Thoroughly ignoring, you can't see him on screen, thoroughly ignoring that Juan Mata is in the Burnley starting 11. That is the least Burnley-like player I think I've ever thought about. I'll show you in a second. I only just noticed this. I'm making a big deal about the fact they've got Callum Chambers while Juan Mata is swanning about. There he is. There you go. Jones. Oh, he's got bodies inside. Milner is one of them. Origi, and oh, it's a good save, actually. It's been a bit of a slow game for us. We've defended pretty well against Burnley, but just haven't managed to muster that much ourselves. We sort of go through these spells, I find, where we're either really free scoring and just everything we touch turns to gold, or we're just a little bit languid and need those 1-0 victories. Yeah, I mean, I think we've been the better of the two sides, but it's not been an emphatic performance. We've had a lot of shots, comparatively speaking, but not enough to really do anything. Curtis Jones has had to come off with a slight injury, and unfortunately, our only real obvious substitute for him was Mo Salah. So it's not the end of the world, really. It does give us a bit of quality on the pitch. As McNeil's shot is probably the best chance Burnley have had today. The last thing, I don't think there are replays after this round, hopefully, but the last thing we need, if there was a potential replay, and I tell you what, Ashley Barnes has gone in very hard there on Juan Cuadrado, and he's gone. Well, that could be a massive break for us here. Cuadrado, it did look like a bit of a nasty tackle on Cuadrado, but he's done well to win that, and Jota. That's a huge step in the right direction for us. Origi! It's blocked. In fact, Burnley are the ones on the attack potentially at the moment. Oh, well intercepted by Origi. Can we just find a cheeky one? Oh, well played, Divock. It's a nice ball for Salah too. He might even get the shine here. Or he could swear it. Oh, it's such good play. It's Burnley 0, Liverpool 1. Diogo Jota with the goal that will hopefully get us through to the next round of the FA Cup. We've had to work hard for this one here, but again, if you get the 1-0 victories, sometimes that's all you need. Origi does brilliantly here after sort of being fouled, but just to keep his balance, drop it into the channel for Salah. And I honestly thought he'd get tackled, but there's so much space. They don't track Jota at the back post, and it's a tap-in for him there for his 6th goal of the season. He hasn't scored many, but he's done a good job for us when he has had to. Thiago, oh, look at the space for Keita. Go on, Naby, have a shot. Back for Trent again. Scoops it in. Salah's header at the back post, and that is going to be offside, maybe. I don't know, because we can't see the linesman. I think this might be given, and it hasn't been given. Okay. For some reason, I thought it had been given. Are we not going to see a replay of that at all? Gabe's just like, no, you don't get to see that. I don't want to... They're destroying the evidence, friends. He didn't look super offside, honestly, but hey, I guess it's fine lines from time to time. Well, that should about do it. Burnley 0, Liverpool 1. The red card certainly helped us there, gave us a bit of a break, but we are through to the quarterfinal. Oh, now we're going to see a highlight of this. Hang on. Don't those lines mean it's onside? Doesn't it normally red when it's offside? Also, he looked onside. That as well. Did the game... I'm probably wrong about this. But I think we might have just been screwed by VAR. I say screwed, we won the game anyway, but that was weird. He looked onside to me, and the lines, I swear it goes red when they're offside, but maybe I'm just thinking of last year's game. Most important thing is we're through. Now who are we going to get? So literally, it's Arsenal, Everton, City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Man United, Tottenham. It is insanely tough. I mean, out of those, I'd like Newcastle or Everton, please. Okay, that's cool. Merseyside derby in the quarterfinal, and we're at home. I think that gives us a really good shot at a semi, provided we play better than we did against them at Anfield last time. So that's definitely good. Newcastle and City playing each other. It would have been good if, I don't know, some of the bigger... Chelsea, Tottenham. Okay, so Henderson's still not available, but he will be very soon. Probably by next episode, I'd say. Jones picked up a slight knock in that game, and not that it matters, because we should be able to rotate back to our strongest lineup. Oh, okay, we were actually not the early game this time. So City beat Chelsea. That's annoying. I was kind of hoping that Chelsea might be able to do us a favour there and get involved a little bit, but apparently not. So we should be able to rotate back in to the full strength squad. No, not doing that. Konate and Van Dijk, my boys. Robertson and Trent, Fabinho, the Ox, Milner. Do I want the Ox? I guess we kind of have to because there's no Henderson. Salah, Mane and Firmino, though. This is good news. It's weird that Alexander-Arnold and Salah haven't built up a connection yet, considering how many times they would have played together in that role this season. Unless it's just the injuries. Wolves playing that same system they did last time. I think we'll get a better job out of it this time than we would last time. For some reason, I'm thinking that, hey, if we do the same thing again, it's bound to work, right? They've had an excellent season so far. Our form is still very, very good, but it's games like this that we do kind of need to get through to maintain that gap at the top. Easier games will come around again at some point, but this Wolves side does worry me. They're definitely one of the few sides that have actually given us problems this season. We've dropped points in other games this year, but against Wolves, it was one of those games that it felt like we probably could have lost it on another day. In the end, thankfully, we didn't. It was the 2-2, but... yeah, hello, straight away trying to find Mo Salah. Hopefully we can get on the front foot a little bit. Probably could drop this to Salah. It's a nice ball, and Mo Salah's bursting in behind. He's not going to be able to get a shot in or anything, but he could hold the ball up. Finds Firmino, good block. Good attack seems to start with us just sort of breaking out of our own defence at the moment. Oh, hang on, chance for Mane. He probably won't be able to get a shot away from here, but that's again fine. He can hold the ball up. Spins it across to Firmino again. Just cutting out Wolves. And every single time they're allowing us to push straight into the midfield like that with our defenders, and Salah again can be set away. Pulls it across for Firmino this time, and it's another big save. Okay, that seems to be our strategy here today. Wide area, cut back ball, Firmino takes shot. Eventually, surely one of these will go in. Milner cutting aside, he has to shoot here. Surely, Oxlade-Chamberlain blocked again. Robertson again. Fabinho. The cracks are emerging. Oh, Mane to Milner. So many bodies in the box. Robertson's ball. Salah! Great header. Great header from Mo Salah at the back post. 19th goal of the season. He's got a surprising amount of headed goals this season. Liverpool 1, Wolves 0. It's been coming, to be honest. We've been fantastic in this game. Just constant pressure for the opening half an hour of this one, and it's definitely been a long time coming. It's a great ball in from Andy Robertson. Salah loses his marker, just heads that one perfectly into the bottom corner, and it's 1-0 Liverpool. Come on. It's not even been that good of a first half from us in the grand scheme of things as Konate's put it into the back post immediately. I think this one is going to be given this time, because the referee's gone back to his spot. Alexander-Arnold celebrating, and I think Konate is about to be credited with the second goal of the match here. Come on. Yes, Liverpool 2, Wolves 0. I think we've deserved it. We've been decent without being spectacular. Konate outjumps Willy Bolly of all people at the back post to grab that goal, and it's 2-0. And tight offside? Not really. If a goal is on the end of this, then my God, it will be some goal. The amount of passes we've linked up here. Oxlade-Chamberlain driving into the box, and I think he might have been fouled as well. Referee's gone to look at it, but we've looked like we might culminate this move by winning ourselves a penalty as well. Penalty awarded. Salah's going to get the chance to make this 3-0, and he does. And it's Liverpool 3, Wolves 0. Just what I was saying in the last game about how we go through these patches of scoring and not scoring. Today, it certainly looks like we're back on the scoring train in big fashion, and the buffet car is open, and Mo Salah is feasting himself on Viscounts and packs of Walker's crisps. The analogy's gone too far, I realise. Well, actually, in the end, that's turned into probably about the most dominant first half we've had all season, which is spiffing news. Hopefully we can keep bumping that goal difference up, and Wolves have certainly been put in their place today. Salah's hit, oh my God! It's what a header! It's 4-0 to Liverpool, and Mo Salah has just scored another headed goal. Okay, Ronaldo, he's coming for you with your goal record, by the way, bud. I didn't even look like that crossed the line, but I think it must have done, bouncing off the bar there. What a ball in from Robertson again, but this is a superb header from Salah. yeah, it bounces down across the line and comes out, and it's given. So for us to be this far clear of them so soon into the match is actually kind of staggering. So made it to the byline. So great ball through, and it actually is a similar goal to the one they scored against us at Molineux. The difference is they're 4-0 down when they score it this time, as Raul Jimenez bags another one. So nice piece of play from Wolves. They finally push the wide players a lot further up the pitch and allow that sort of space to emerge. And we don't track the run of, well, we do sort of track the run of Jimenez, but nobody really does anything about it. Disappointing, as I think that was their first shot of the game. But nevertheless, when you're 4-0 up, you can kind of take your foot off the gas a little bit. As Mane into the box, or will we? Have we got more in the tank? Robertson again with another cross. Nice work. Back to Fabinho. Oh my lord. Wolves definitely seem to be showing a bit more intensity in the second half, but Robertson's just nipped that one off of this defender. And, oh, it's going to come back for Mane. Oh, he's pinged it off the crossbar. In the end, nothing's really happened after that. Second half, we very much tailed off. After scoring that fourth goal, we kind of just went, no, we're fine at that point. Let Wolves back into it a little bit with the goal there. But hey, we rotated a lot of we took off the wide men, basically, just to rest out a few guys for the next game anyway. 4-1. That's really good. Very impressed with the lads there as we go back to 4 above Arsenal, and most importantly, keep that 6-point gap over Manchester City. Now, Arsenal play Brighton, so you'd expect them to win. Let's find out. Just occurred to me Salah got a hat-trick in that game, and I gave him no credit for that at all. I forgot about the penalty, which does now take his tally to the season for 17. I think he's unlikely to catch the other 2, but you never know. Oh god. Gomez has sprained knee ligaments after jumping. Well, there's your problem, Joe. Do less of it. Be taller. Jumping less required. Okay, Arsenal-Brighton. I don't know if they did or not. No, they didn't. It was Arsenal 2, Brighton 0, and the gap at the top remains a single point, as Leicester beat Leeds as well. Oh, dearie me. We're starting to gap City a little bit, but still not really. That's the thing. There's still only 6 behind us with 10 games to go. They could easily still mount a title challenge this season, and Arsenal just continue to impress. It's kind of nuts that we've only managed to get a 1-point lead on them at this point. Henderson's now back in training. Good news. He is fit for today's game. And honestly, it might not be the worst idea to actually give him 45 minutes. Maybe the second half. I wouldn't want to bring him on at half-time because bring him on for the start because I would forget that he's on there and end up overplaying him. And Jones is back too. I think with today's game, we kind of need a mix of experience and youth, if possible. Matip in for Konate. I mean, just no. Straight out no. I would rather play Gomez, but I think with those two, honestly, they can probably get away with another game. Although Konate does have heavy match load. No, actually, I've agreed with my assistant. I realise this is a rarity, but I think maybe just a heavy match load on Konate could be a worry. Mane has a little rest again. Salah still should be good enough to start here, I'd say. But in fact, my assistant's put Henderson in from the start. I think I'm going to start the Ox and then bring Henderson in at half-time, depending on how the scorelines are going anyway. And maybe start Tsimikas again, actually. Possibly Origi. 3-0 up from the first leg. It would take some mammoth defeat for us to actually go out here. Not that we're above it, but it's just not really happened for us this year. I don't think we've conceded more than 2 goals in a game at any point this season. Might even start Naby Keita over James Milner, actually. Thiago has finally found the use of a similar emotion. He's actually gone for unsure for the second time. His wheel has finally run out of option. Whether we win or lose here, it doesn't really matter. It would be nice if we did win the match anyway, because that would really be a big statement in my book. Because, you know, even if we don't need to, getting wins on the bounce and continuing a winning run is always useful. So let's go. So far, lots of possession for Atalanta. We've had a lot of shots and we've not seen any of them. Because it reminds me so much of the first half of that Arsenal game where there was just no highlights. 35 minutes in here, Atalanta totally controlling possession, which is fine. But they've barely had a chance in this game yet. We seem to have actually been playing on the break for once, which is kind of what we intended to do originally. So we'll see. But the longer we can go in this game without conceding a goal, the better, really. Obviously, that sort of applies to every game. Alisson to Van Dijk. But if we can take the lead, that'd be superb too. Van Dijk being allowed to push in the midfield for a rare moment here. Origi. Salah. Oh, he needs the support, and he's actually done very well there to find Trent. Plenty of bodies in the box for probably one of the first times today. Cleared away. But we should get to this. I hope. Tsimikas does brilliantly there. Takes 2 of them out the game. Ball through. Jota's header. Oh, good lord, it's clattered off the crossbar. Salah. Back for Trent. Ball in again. Jota's header this time is well saved by Musso. Well, that was essentially the only action we've seen in this first half. The possession, man, is insane. Might even try plan B for the second half. Try to get a bit more of the ball. Give Jordan Henderson 45 minutes here to get some fitness levels back. Be useful to have him for the rest of the season. Just don't want to overdo it with him here. Salah could have a shot here. No, it's a bit of a P-roller there from Mo. So certainly been far from a good performance. Matip's underperforming as always when he's in this team. He just does not seem to be able to do it probably. Wow, look how much Atalanta are pushed up on us. 17 minutes left here, and it's still 0-0. We're not after anything magic, although Minamino is going to get a chance to shoot here. Oh, it's a tight angle for him, though. He's going to have to pull this back. Can he? Henderson! Oh, and it's saved! Oh, no, Curtis! Oh, he should have done better there. It looks like it's heading for a 0-0 at the moment. We've been the better side, but just failed to take our chances, unfortunately. Thiago could slip this through, or he might go for it himself, and he's just drilled it. Oh, here we go. 90th minute, Trent Alexander-Arnold free kick. Oh, dear. That was a bit of a mess. That was the highlight, was it? Brilliant. I think just remaining keeping the non-losing streak there going is quite important. I think we've played well enough on the night to probably win this on another day, but hey, it happens, I suppose. Can't win them all, and we've managed to rest out a few of the main guys in today's game as well to give us a chance for the Brighton game. So we are through to the next round, 0-0 over Atalanta. Then Minamino did all right coming off the bench there. I think I'm surprised we didn't manage to find the back of the net, but they certainly didn't deserve to either. So that's fine with me. Matip, you can see the weak link he is in our back four whenever he plays. Konate wouldn't have done that. I'm just saying. He'd have put in a nice 6.3, 6.4? He'd have put in a nice 7.4 or something, whereas Matip just seems to constantly underperform. Now, someone did posit that it was because he was winning headers that were aimlessly floating over the bar from corners. But then the thing is, most of the headers are being aimed at Van Dijk, who doesn't seem to achieve that. So it is interesting to me that Matip is just so poor. Question is when the draw is. 6-4. Jesus. Inter through the 18th. Oh my God, that's ages away yet. The draw isn't until well after the Brighton game. Oh well, so there we go. So, oh yeah, didn't want to forget the trivia this time. So, Wolves played against Honved in their first game at Molineux to open it. It was a sort of ceremonial honorary match. It wasn't like a competitive fixture or anything like that, as far as I know, to commemorate something from, I believe, 1954, something from the 50s. I'm not entirely sure, but there you go. That's the answer to that one, trivia fans. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, we're through to the next round of the Champions League. We've got a quarter-final coming up against somebody, so that's going to be awesome. Drop a like, that'll be cool. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be sick too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, obviously, so go follow there too, particularly with, obviously, the new game dropping tomorrow. So we should be, hopefully, streaming brand new save over there tomorrow, which would be awesome. And if you don't think you'll be able to catch those, but you do want to get involved in the new save, then don't worry, the second channel is linked in the description. That's where all the Twitch stuff goes in full, so you'll be able to watch the streams there if you can't make them live. So next up, we've got Brighton, Everton, and West Ham. 2 away games in the Premier League. Not going to be easy, but Everton at home in the FA Cup. We need to make sure we win that, get to the next round, but also the fixtures don't look too bad in that period either, when you'll notice that they're all on Saturdays, so a little bit more rest is in the bag. Anyway, I'll join you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.